Being together for the last time, Coach Harbaugh has mentioned that this is the last time this will be the same team. So Friday's the last time, but as a standpoint of my last game, I haven't really thought about it too much. I know in a couple of weeks or a month or so, it'll definitely sink in that the winged helmet will never be strapped on again. So I'm just living in the moment now and enjoying these last 2 or 3 days with the team.
Hinging off that, could this be looked at as a legacy? I mean, your final stamp, your final.
Yeah, I think when this senior class came in together, the fifth and fourth year guys, we've been through a lot. I think this is definitely a statement game to put our mark on the legacy of the ups and downs of this program and coming out on top. So we've a lot to play for.
Chris, I asked. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to ask, do you get time to decompress after this year, or do you have to start preparing to figure out?
About a day or two. Got to start training sometime, so why not as soon as possible? But yeah, we get a day or two.
Chris, I asked Ryan as far as bowl prep goes, and Florida State's offensive coordinator, he used the term paralysis by analysis. Just a flood of information, and you're going over it all the time. Ryan mentioned how Don and Greg are kind of giving you guys bits and pieces at a time. What are some of the specific things they do to keep things fresh and maybe not give you guys too much all at once?
Yeah, like Ryan said, we get bits and pieces, different personnels each day, different types of runs each day. Pass game one day, so it keeps it fresh. Coach Matty has a little game. We split up the D-line, and we play for candy and stuff like that, like I guess the elementary school kids would do. But
no cookies this time?
No cookies. We're waiting after the game for Mrs. Masson's cookies. But it keeps it fresh, it keeps it exciting and entertaining to sit in those meetings for so long every day. Keeps it fresh.
Can you explain the game to me?
So defensive line split up. There's probably 10 and 10 on each team. We just run through plays, different personnels and stuff like that. And we kind of guess what kind of run it is, or if it's going to be run or pass. It's kind of like a Jeopardy, I guess you would say. And then at the end, there's a final Jeopardy, and whoever wins gets the candy.
Is that a game that you've been playing all season?
No, it just started in bowl prep just because it's kind of the same thing every day. So we try and break it up a little bit.
You talked about all the seniors, especially the defense guys that came in with best year in the year. On Friday, you guys are all gone. Do you've seen the younger guys play. Do you have confidence that this team can reload? I mean, they haven't gone through some of the adversity and all the stuff you guys have gone through. Are they ready to do this?
I think so. I think at the beginning of the year, especially when we were beating teams a lot, they had the chance to play a lot. I think our D-line next year is going to be very good for how young they are. With Mo Hurst coming back, that helps out a lot too. Rashawn's going to be a stud. Monet getting most of the reps is going to be pretty cool to see him. Manhandle offensive lines and then chasing the outside. It's very productive for how small and inexperienced he is at D-line. So I have a lot of confidence in this defense. With Wilton coming back, offensive line is going to be a little new next year, but I think we'll take some steps back, especially in spring ball, just to get everyone together. But I think it'll be a very successful year next year too.
It's something to be said. Like you guys were all really battle tested. Like your class, the class after you guys been through up, down, everything you could experience. You experienced. They really haven't had that. Is that something that's necessary, or do you not need to go through all that to be successful?
I mean, Alabama doesn't need to lose 7 games to win 7 national championships in 8 or 9 years or whatever it is. So I think the more successful you are, the easier it is to win. You don't have to go through those ups and downs to be successful, I guess.
You mentioned that Rashawn's going to be a stud, and obviously he's number one player coming out of high school. What are the steps that he took this season that we wouldn't see, that you saw that, all right, he's taking that next step maturity-wise? Yeah. Why do you think he is going to be
I think the number one thing is maturity. At the beginning of camp, he was getting really frustrated at taking the right steps or not knowing the playbook. But throughout the season, he's like a sponge. He takes everything in. He takes coaching very well. He listens to what Coach Masson has to say. He asks me questions, what he can do better. So it's nice to see someone that is so highly recruited and highly expected to do great things, be the one that's kind of taking a step back and trying to learn everything that he can to be the player that he needs to be.
So in a way, he's a humble player.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is there any other guys like Mumford, do you think, and we need to be a guy that can come in and be in that rotation next year? year as a defensive guy? I know that they
Yeah.
have him over on the offense.
I think Owenu is going to be one of our starting guards next year. So he's going to be offense, but I think Dwumfor is going to be a guy that we're going to count on next year. There's a couple other guys in Carlo Kemp. He's going to be expected to play a little bit on the outside. So there's going to be a lot of guys that haven't played much that are going to be expected to play. So
lack of better words, they're going to be young but talented. Just because this year you guys had all that experience.
yeah, we had a lot of we had 4 seniors start and we're all leaving, but the guys that backed us up are going to be damn good. So I'm excited to see what they can do.
What's it like for you this year to have somebody like Rashawn shadow you, so to speak? Like Madison said in the summer, he wanted him to just follow you around,
Yeah,
soak everything up. What was it like for
I
you?
think it's made me a better player. Telling him things to do that normally I would just watch myself and be like, okay, that's what I need to do better. But explaining it to him and teaching the game of football as much as I could to somebody that wants to learn and wants to be better and be a good player and a great player, something that I think has helped me a lot too.
Chris, I know you've been around Greg for years and only second year with Don, but do they change during the bowl season, or as far as mentality goes, the way that they approach you guys, or is it pretty much the same as the regular season?
Coach Madison's the same. Coach Brown. This is our first bowl with him, so I mean he's been the same as he was all season. So I'm assuming he's the same no matter what. He's the same intense, funny guy that just wants to win and does anything that he can to win. So he's been the same.
Have you kind of noticed their interactions or their conversations or anything? The way that they, you know what I mean? Kind of just the way that they interact with each other. Have you paid attention to that?
I think there's a more sense of urgency, but at the end of the day, they're the same 2 coaches that have been together for the last 8 or 12 months now. So nothing's really changed much.
How often do you think of the legacy of the senior class?
What's that?
How often do you think about the legacy of this senior class and what you guys did to this program?
Yeah, I think a lot of it will have to come down to this game.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it's the biggest game we'll play in, bowl-wise. When we get this one, it just sets us up for, with recruiting and things like that, but also just to leave a good taste in our mouth after that Ohio State loss, after not making it to the Big Ten Championship, after all those hopes and the goals we had at the beginning of the season. I think this game is going to say a lot about us, and especially since this is our last game. People say you're only as good as your last game, so getting a win in this game will mean a lot.
But from where you guys were in